Hey everyone, in this video I'll show you how to make your player move from one level to another. Now if you're going to work along with this video, there are a couple things that you need to do ahead of time. You need to have more than one level built. So I have a level 1 right here, I have a level 2 right here. And you have to add your player to each of those levels. So when I actually set my second level, when I click new level 2 here, my player appears on the screen. So when we set a new world, we need to make sure that our player is in the world. So right here, I've coded him to start here. In level 1, I've coded him to start here. And we can click reset and he always stays there. That's a really quick way of making sure that we've done this right. So now what we need to do is decide how we're going to move from level to level. There's a bunch of different ways you can do that. In this video, what I'm going to talk about is my player needs to touch this star from the star class to move from level to level. It's going to be the same star in all levels. So to move to the next level or to the game over screen in level 2, he has to touch that same star. So let's get started. And for this part of your game, almost all of the code is going to go into the player class. So in the player class, at the very top of the class, the first thing we need to do is create a way for our player to remember what level they're in. So we could go a public int and call it level and make that equal to 1. However, this isn't going to work. Once our player moves from level 1 to level 2, he's not going to remember he's in level 2. So to use this integer in all the worlds and have the character remember where they are, we should probably make this static. So that means that even if the player is not on the screen, or we kill him a bunch of times, or we put him in a different level, he's always going to remember what this value is. So it's pretty important that this integer is static. Then we're just going to go to the end of our program and we're going to write a method to take care of this. So let's go public void level up like this. And so because of the way I want my game to work, I'm just going to use some basic collision here. I'm going to write an actor star that equals get one intersecting object from the star class. So basically what I'm looking for is that my player touches the star, and this actually has to be capitalized. Now, again, because it's just basic collision, we're going to write an if statement if the star is not null. That means I'm touching the star. When I'm touching the star, I need the game to check one thing before we do anything, is we need the game to check what level we're in. So inside of this if, let's put another if. If the level is level 1, what we're going to just do is set a new level and put us in level 2. Before we do that, we need our character to remember or to level up or to remember, hey, we're going to level 2. So if we're in level 1, before we move to level 2, we have to say, hey, remember you're in level 2 now. And then we're going to say Greenfoot dot set world, and we're going to set the world to new, and the name of my level 2 is Lagaki Land 2, like this. And then we can keep going here. So in level 2, if he hits the star, we're going to write else if we're in level 2, what we're going to do here is we're going to say level equals 3, but I don't have a third level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my character to the game over screen. Greenfoot.setWorld new game over. Now, just a couple other things that you might want to take care of here is if you are using some background music and you have different music for different levels, you might want to stop the music here. It really depends on the other things you're bringing with you if you need any more code inside here. But this is all we need. This is some real basic level up code. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to take this level up method and call it in the act. It doesn't matter exactly where we call it, but we don't want to call it first. Just because it's really nice to stay organized and remember that we're going to fall first. We don't want to call it last because eventually our death code is going to be called last here. So now if we press compile, we hope we have no errors. And now we can check to see if this works. So I'm in level 2, or I'm in level 1. And now if my guy runs around here and I can jump over the lava. Oh, now I'm stuck in the lava, so let's pause the game. Pull him out, move him over here, press run, come in here, kill the ghost, and let's touch this star. Now I'm in level 2. All right, so now it works here. And if I make this jump, and I make this jump here, and I touch this star, I should go to my game over screen. So now I hit this, and I'm on my game over screen. I haven't made anything in my game over screen yet, and I'm kind of stuck here. So now there is one last step to this, and it's actually in the game over screen here. Let's go into the game over screen, and let's edit or make, depends if you have one already, an act method. Public void act. Remember, you can't have two methods named the same thing. Do not make two act methods. If you want your player to play again, it is super important that we reset the level back to level 1 in here before you set level 1, or else your player is just going to glitch right through all the levels back to the game over screen. So what we want to do here is just if Greenfoot.is key down. So if we're going to press spacebar to play again, what we want to do is before we put that level 1 in there again, we need to say that the player dot the level, so we need to change that static integer back to level 1. And then we're going to say Greenfoot dot set the world. I'm going to say put a new, and again the name of your level 1, mine is called Lagaki Land, like this, and we can compile this. So this essentially is resetting the game so that he can play again. So let's compile this, close this. Now let's make sure we recompile the whole thing and start over. So we're here, we're in level 1. Let's just do a little bit of cheating, drop him right onto that star. Now we're on level 2. Again, do a little cheating, press run. Now we're in the game over screen. And if I press spacebar, we're not going to press reset down here. We're going to press spacebar. I'm back to level 1 and I can play again. So that's how you can make your character level up in your platform game.